Hello, we're coming to you from Diamond Mountain, and we want to offer you a series on how to do retreat at home. Considering that so many of us are at home at this time, whether we're home alone or with our families, whether we're still working or not, we thought this was a great opportunity to share the knowledge that we've gained from our teachers and for many years about doing retreat, and especially how to do retreat at home, not going to a retreat center or somewhere else.
You might have fear to do your first retreat. A lot of people are a little bit suspicious what's happening in a retreat. And in this series, we want to give you all the knowledge you need to know, especially how to prepare and what to do in a retreat, that you really get the courage to finally do your retreat at home.
And understand that we're going to take you through this step by step by step, so it'll be very clear, and anything that is unknown to you, because that's usually where fear comes from, will be made clear to you.
And we also offer, please share your thoughts, please share your questions in the comments or with the email address if there are personal questions, personalretreat@diamondmountain.org, and we will address all of this in our next videos or to you personal if this is a personal question.
So today's video, we're going to talk about why to retreat.
Why do retreat?
Why do retreat?
Why do retreat?
Well, when we're able to do retreat, when we are able to go inside and become quiet in ourselves, we can then see things that are blocking us from becoming truly our best selves.
For me, my first retreat experience was to be aware of my own thoughts and moods. In daily life, there are so many things from the outside that I was not really aware what's going on in my head, what's going on with my moods, and that most of it is not triggered by something outside. Everything is coming from me, and I was really aware of it, and that helped me afterwards a lot.
So it's a place of shelter.
Yes, it is.
And you know what? We forgot to introduce ourselves. This is Venerable Sunam.
This is Venerable Gersim.
Hello. We both work here at Diamond Mountain. We're co-directors of Diamond Mountain. And since you can't come here in person, we thought we would come to you.
How many retreats have you done in your life, especially how many at home?
I have done a total probably of at least 6 months at home. 1 3-month retreat, several month retreats, and several week retreats.
So you are the proof that retreating at home is working. I can only confirm from my own experience that I also have done retreat at home, and it's really a good place to do retreat at home. You have to prepare a little bit your home, transform your home into a retreat place, and that is what this series is about. We want to explain how to do it. You're practicing since 25 years?
Oh, more than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
And you're since 20 years in Diamond Mountain. You have done a lot of retreats here.
I have.
I'm practicing since 10 years in this lineage, and I'm meditating since 20 years.
And retreat can come in many, many different forms. We're talking about a retreat that could be a work retreat, a study retreat. It could be a couple of days. It could just be an extension of your daily practice. It could be a couple of weeks. For some of us, it's been months and years that we've also done retreats. So there's many, many ways to do retreat. And we hope to be able to bring you everything you would need to know to do the kind of retreat that you want to do.
Okay, what do we cover in this session today? We cover what are the disadvantages if you don't do retreat.
Hey, we first need to talk about what a retreat is.
Oh, that's true. Oh, first we define what a retreat is. That's true. Then we talk about the disadvantages if you don't do retreat, about the advantages if you do retreat, and the most important thing, what is a motivation for your retreat. Would you mind to start with the definition of a retreat?
So yesterday we went to the dictionary to see, in fact, what was the official definition of a retreat. And it's a time to reflect and to meditate. So it's a perfect opportunity to reflect upon our lives, reflect upon our jobs, reflect upon our relationships, reflect upon our teachings, the teachings that we've received from any place, right? Not just spiritual teachings, and to really check them out. And it also provides us a time to deepen our compassion and our wisdom, which we could all use right now, I think.
I think that happened every time to me when I did the retreat. You come out after retreat as a transformed person, because this realization, it's such a big word. In my eyes, it's when your intellectual understanding goes into your heart and suddenly influences how you think and act with other people. And I only can say every retreat, and even if it was only a weekend retreat, is influencing how you act and think afterwards in your daily life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
What are some of the disadvantages to not doing retreat?
I thought about the disadvantages in preparation for this video, and I tried to vision myself, how would I be today without having done any retreat in the last 20 years. And I would be one of these very tough business persons, driving a big car and having a big house and grasping for things outside, but being so unhappy inside. So I think if you don't do retreat, the priorities in your life are not in the sense of that they foster your development to become a better person. What is it for you? How would you be today?
Oh, I would probably be a much unhappier person and blaming others for my unhappiness and being resentful that I didn't have what I wanted to have. And quite honestly, I think it's because of my spiritual practice that I'm very happy in my life and I have everything I need and more. And I get to share it, and I'm working on starting a new career, and it's just all falling in place. There's no effort. And I totally believe that this is due to the foundation of my spiritual practice and having studied and done retreats and really deepened my understanding so that I can take it out into the world and how I relate to the world and how that's changed my own thinking and how I perceive the world.
So you're now already on the benefits. I think both go together, the disadvantages and the benefits. One thing which I think you never will reach if you don't do retreat, that your meditation gets better and better. In my experience during retreat, I was really able to deepen my meditation practice, to having much more focus, to be able to concentrate longer. And then in daily life, I try to keep up what I have reached during a retreat. And I imagine if I have never done a retreat, I think I would still have a very superficial, sleepy or whatever meditation.
And something Sunan just talked about, which it made me think about, was that you go into retreat and you have these incredible realizations, your practice deepens, your meditation gets deeper, and you come out and it's like you've been fed this incredible food and you have all this energy to keep it going, and then it slowly declines and it's like, oh, must be time to do another retreat.
Yeah. And we already mentioned it. I think you get your priorities in your life right. If you have the retreat is an opportunity where you are not influenced by people around you, by media, by movies, by everything outside you. So that is a time where you can really focus what is your priority in life without influence. And if you don't go to retreat, you will never experience what's deep inside in your heart. Yeah. So should we shortly summarize the disadvantages and the advantages?
Please do.
So the biggest disadvantage of not doing retreat is that you will continue to be unhappy and dissatisfied in your life. The benefit would be?
Hey, you'd be happy.
The disadvantage is that you don't take the time to deepen your practice, to reach new levels of understanding and reach new levels of meditation.
And therefore, if you do retreat, your meditation will deepen and grow to become much more solid. And you'll be able to really go into things much more deeply.
You never figure out what you're really thinking, what your moods are coming from.
And so you get this opportunity to really look at it and see where things are coming from. See where your moods are coming from. Are they coming from out there or from in here?
Okay, we have now compared the disadvantages and the advantages. I see that we have a lot more benefits of retreat on our list. One of it is keeping silence in retreat. That means you don't speak, you don't type emails, you don't speak to yourself, and
You don't read.
you don't read, you don't listen to music, and this transforms you incredible. Your senses get finer and more subtle every day, and this also leads to a deeper meditation and deeper understanding. And additionally, you get a lot of energy with talking and talking and talking. There is so much energy going out, and if you don't talk, you keep this energy to yourself and you transform it into concentration and wisdom. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah. By not having external noise, you begin to be able, in fact, to hear your internal noise and to pay attention to it and see what it's all about.
Yeah. I think these are the benefits of retreat, and I hope you can relate to one of these benefits. And they are the trigger for you to decide, yes, I will do retreat at home. In this situation, most of us are somehow stuck at home, and we highly recommend use the time to experience all these benefits. So now we go to the benefits are a good trigger for retreat, but what is our ideal motivation, intention to do retreat? This question I ask you, Gelse, because you are the experienced retreater here.
The most encompassing motivation is to be able to bring peace to yourself, peace and wisdom to yourself, and peace and wisdom to the world around you, to every being. And we can't do that unless we figure out how to do it for ourselves. And by doing retreat, we begin on that path so that we can bring everybody to this same place.
I was thinking the motivation for retreat in these troubled times we are living in the moment would be that you also try to help and to send all this love and healing to everybody. This would be a motivation I would choose for a retreat in the moment. But in general, it is improve yourself, that you can give the world, that you can help everybody, every living being, to be happy in this world.
And as Sunam says, at this moment, we have this incredible opportunity right in front of us where we can increase our love and our compassion and our wisdom so that we can help everybody. Everybody who's stuck at home, everybody who's sick, everybody who's scared of being sick. And we can do this while sitting in our room doing retreat.
Take the opportunity and turn it into a beautiful thing. You have finally time to practice something you ever wanted. So please take the chance, don't postpone it. A short preview of our next video is how to prepare for retreat. We cover several topics.
So we're going to talk about how to set up a retreat, how to set up your room, what kind of food you're going to need, if you're living with people, your relationships with them and how you will work things out, tying up loose ends, all of these things so that we go into retreat peacefully without bringing the outside world in, because we've cleaned up our outside world.
How to make a schedule. Maybe if you do a study retreat, what content to choose, what you would like to study.
Those are the three main things. We're also going to talk about some of the difficulties that arise in retreat.
Yeah. So please follow the next series, the next video. Click the subscribe button, then you are informed, and the bell when there is a new video. So the next video is really how to prepare for retreat. But we would like to close this video with a short contemplation. What is your motivation to do retreat? Because you need to focus all your energy into your motivation, because the motivation helps you in difficult times in retreat, but it also gives you wings in the beautiful experience in retreat.
And before we do that, I just want to say that anybody, anywhere, can do retreat for any amount of time. You can do it, as I said earlier, all day long, a half a day, a couple hours here, a couple hours there. And again, we will talk about how to form the retreat that will suit us best. So let's now do our short meditation on our intention, our motivation to do retreat.
Okay. Sit straight on your chair. Make sure that your feet touch the ground. Close your eyes. The spine is straight. The palms are on your thighs or in your lap on top of each other. Shoulders relaxed. Chin parallel to the ground. Your eyelids are totally relaxed. Your cheeks are soft. And then place your concentration on the tip of your nose and watch the air going in and out. When your mind wanders off, gently ask the mind to come back to the tip of your nose and watch the breath going in and out. And now think about what could be the intention or motivation for a retreat. What would you like to give the world in the moment? Maybe you want to give health, fearlessness, taking care of each other. Maybe several are coming to your mind. Pick the one which is the most important for you, the one thing you want to give to the world, to everybody around you. And then come back to your breath, 3 long exhales. With the exhale, send out your intention, your motivation to the world. And when ready, open your eyes, stretch a little bit. And then we hope to see you in our next video, how to prepare for retreat.
See you tomorrow.
See you. Thank you and bye-bye.